Hello, I am back. Welcome to the Diva Talks live show. I missed you guys. I hope you miss me. Listen, wardrobe change. I got drenched, but I made it. I'm here and I'm super excited to have this beautiful, wonderful, hardworking young lady in the studio chatting with me today. Hey, Danielle.
Hi, Diva.
How are you, beautiful?
I am wonderful, and I am so happy to be here with you today.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, you look gorgeous as always. I'm
Thank
still trying to
you.
figure out how with everything that you do because I know all that you do. And listen, we're going to talk about it tonight. Danielle, we know that you are over the Wilm Emsley Y as well as another Y, but talk about Danielle the personal. What's going on? How are you? If the people don't know you, tell them who you are.
Well, first and foremost, I am a child of God, and I put faith first in my life. And I am a mother um, of three beautiful children. I am a daughter, a sister, a soror of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Okay.
Um, Personally, I am a dancer. I love the arts. Dance is my passion, has always been since I was a youth. And I really enjoy people, getting to know people and serving the community. I know you said that, you know me as the YMCA director, but the YMCA director is really just another facet of who I am as a person. I love serving my community. I've always been the type of person who wants to be giving and giving back. And so I just have the privilege of tying my career into who I am at the core of my person.
That sounds great, but let me just say this, Danielle. You are amazing. I had the honor and opportunity to sit on the board of the Wilm Emsley YMCA. And when I say I had no idea all the work that goes into keeping the Y afloat, keeping things going, making sure that the Y is there for not just the youth, but the community itself. So, yes, you tie this into your career, but this is so much more. I've seen the work that you put into it, long days, long hours. What made you do this?
I guess, like I said, I'm service minded my whole life. And I actually can give credit to my grandmother, Wilhelmina Polk, God rest her soul. She passed away from cancer. But as I was growing up, I always saw her being a servant leader. She worked for the church for many years, and she worked for Catholic Charities for many years. And when I was a child, I would go to work with her, and I would pretend like I was the boss at Catholic Charities. And I
Wow.
was just going to work with my grandma. I had my own little office. But like even at a young age, I wanted to be in charge. I wanted to give back. I don't know if you're familiar with Catholic Charities, but they used to like give layettes and furniture and food to people. And I can remember even as far back as to like 7 years old, just being in awe of my grandmother in that role, being able to give back to the community. And it took me some time to get to this place because, life on life terms, going to college and school. But the Y was actually my first job. I worked as a dance instructor at the YMCA as a teenager, and then went into banking, worked for 15 years in customer service, was an NFL cheerleader, danced in several dance companies, only to come full circle back to the YMCA, back to the passion and being able to have a leadership role as the executive director.
Wow. I did not know that. I did not know it circled back around. Oh my goodness. Well, the last time that I was at the Wilm Emsley Y and you were running the William Emsley Y. You did some magnificent things as far as the pool being open and roofing, just so many different aspects of it that people from the outside don't know is exactly what's going on, and why it's so important to donate and raise the monies. So now you're over the Delaware Y as well. So that's two YMCA's. Are those the only two in the inner city?
So yes, those two branches are the only city YMCA branches. So I'm over both, as you said, William Emsley and the Delaware Y. Um, it's been a privilege for the last 9 years working for YMCA Buffalo Niagara. And for those who don't know, YMCA Buffalo Niagara is the second oldest YMCA in the United States.
Wow.
It was founded in 1852. So like this year was our 168th anniversary. So when you talk about all the work and things that go into it, people don't realize how much history the Y has right here in Buffalo. And I want to say thank you for the time that you put in as a board member at William Emsley, because the Y is run through the generosity of our volunteers and our board members. So those, times when you're out fundraising to help us meet the need of the community was certainly so much appreciated. As a nonprofit organization, the Y brings needed services to the Western New York community. And our motto is that we don't turn anyone away for an inability to pay. So what that means is that if a mom needs childcare, we meet them where they are. We raise funds so that children and families can benefit from the many programs and services that we provide.
Wow. It was definitely an honor and a privilege for me. I learned so much, and I have a newfound respect for the YMCA in itself. But again, people work a 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 or whatever the case may be. I would get off of my job when we would have the board meetings and go to the meeting, and we'd have the meeting for an hour, and then I would leave. That's not the case for you. You would be there from 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever time you get started during the board meeting, and then after the board meeting. And I just was amazed because you did it with a smile. Every meeting, whether it was in the afternoon, because we had some afternoon meetings as well, evening meetings. I mean, you were definitely fit for the job, and I know your grandmother is super proud of you. I'm
Thank
proud
you.
of you, and for you to run the only two Ys in the inner city, that speaks volumes. So you're definitely doing something right. Definitely. So
Thank you.
kudos to you. So now that's great. Everything is wonderful, but you can't do this by yourself. And how can people help you?
That's certainly right. I can't do it by myself. And, I have been able to build a team, having a business manager and program directors to work with me. I have wonderful staff at both locations so that I don't have to open and close as much as I used to, balancing between two locations. But people in the community, we certainly invite you to be a part of the Y mission and the Y cause, which is to build healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. We are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. And so you can either find an area that you're interested in and being willing to volunteer. We're always looking for volunteers. We're also always looking for excellent board members. So if you want to donate your time, your talent, and your treasure to help be an advocate for the YMCA out in the community, give your expertise and help us to be able to run our organization better, we would certainly appreciate that. And then the most needed thing is resources. The need for our community is continuing to grow. Even during a time of COVID and pandemic, the need continues to grow. And so we are always in need of donors and sponsors, organizations that might want to sponsor a program for the community, or if you can contribute to our campaign with dollars. There's a campaign coming up on 716 Day, and you can find information about that on the YMCA website, which is ymcabn.org. You can select the William Emsley or the Delaware YMCA. I would hope that you would want to support one of our city branches because our need is greatest. And every single dollar that someone contributes to the Y goes right back into the community. So we're raising funds to impact people. And it could be from our childcare programs to our summer camp. It could be for a senior citizen. It could be for the wellness programs, because as you know, we do have wellness programs. Our wellness programs are those healthy living programs. One of the things that we started in William Emsley under my leadership was diabetes prevention programming. We have a very, very active senior center. So we have over 600 seniors who are members at William Emsley, and they are receiving all types of health and wellness support. I've seen members take our aquafit classes, which is very good for arthritis. So you see a senior who might come in on a cane or with a walker, and after participating in these classes that are geared towards seniors, they are able to come off the walker. So, you know, it's not just, sometimes people think of the Y as just the gym and swim, or sometimes they just think of it as childcare, but the Y actually has something for everyone. So if you are able to support or donate, we would certainly appreciate it.
So now say someone's writing down William or writing down Delaware and they have some cash on and they just want to just give it. Can they walk in, say they
Yeah,
want to donate?
they certainly can. As you know, the restrictions are lifted, so our facilities are open, and we would be happy to take your donation in person if you came on to either one of our locations.
Now you said that the facilities was open. During COVID, did you close? Or how did that work?
Yeah, so during COVID, the YMCA was proud to be able to step up and offer childcare to essential workers. And we
Wow.
offered childcare at no charge to those who were essential workers. So we were not closed for childcare. Now, obviously, the gyms had to close during the pandemic. And so, you know, membership was down. In that sense, we were not able, to be able to bring members in. But during that time, we were providing childcare to those who needed us most, which was awesome. There were so many people that I met during that time. I will tell you, nurses, police officers, doctors who had not even realized that the Y was there. We gained some new, I call them family members, because I like to have the people who come into my Y feel like they're part of our Y family. Yeah. And so we gained some new family members during that time because people who needed childcare were able to come to the Y.
Amazing. I didn't know that. That is so amazing. Such a blessing and just so thoughtful to do. So there again, you were still, ramping up and doing your services during the COVID season. And that is a blessing. That is a blessing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being there. Wow, 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 wow. So what's up? What's next coming for the Y? Anything that we should be looking out for? I know you mentioned 716 Day. Is there something else? Anything else we need to be looking out for?
I would love to share with you a new program that it just launched. It's called Y on the Fly. And Y on the Fly, we're so excited about this because it is bringing the YMCA right into the community. It's really geared towards those who are not able to get to a Y. I mean, as you know, in the city of Buffalo, sometimes transportation can be an issue for some families. Mm-hmm. And so we now have a van, a YMCA van, that is going out into underserved communities. And it will be going out all summer long. I don't have the schedule on me. I didn't even think to have that prepared. But if you go on our website and look up Y on the Fly, all of the dates will be there. I know that we're going to be in Lackawanna. We're going to be in the Broadway Fillmore area. We're also going to be at MLK Park on some of those days. So this van actually brings activities and educational learning to the kids in the community. We'll have games and activities for them. Children will receive snacks. And then even on the weekends, they'll be able to take a backpack home with supplies and food for them. for their families. So we're excited to launch this program.
It's
Something,
exciting.
yes, it's something new and innovative. And so, for those who aren't able to get to the Y, it's another way for the Y to, without walls, to be out right in the community and serving those who need us.
Now, is this part of the Y and you have to be an employee to be a part of it, or are you looking for volunteers or people to meet you where you are, or what? How does
Yeah,
that work?
so we are always looking for partners and sponsors, whether it be a store that might want to help with, snacks and items that we're giving out to the community, or
Okay.
if you want to volunteer, there's always room for volunteers as well. You don't have to be a member of the YMCA to participate with Y on the Fly. You just want to get the schedule and go out. But if you're, an organization or a person who's interested in volunteering, we do have a volunteer application process. If you want to be a volunteer for like a long-term period, we'd want to, get your information and have you fill out the application and certainly help us out with that initiative.
Wow. I'll be talking to you after the show. I definitely want to do something with that. If it's getting
Okay.
snacks or volunteering some time or whatever, I definitely want to be in on that. That is amazing. That is
That
so
will be great.
amazing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, Danielle, as far as the YM membership, how does the membership work? Does it work like a gym, or how does that work? What can we get if we join the Y?
Okay, so that's a great question, because a lot of times people want to compare the Y to a gym, and it's really not the same experience. So, one, as we said, we don't turn anyone away if they are not able to afford a membership to the Y. But membership to the Y is not just the fitness side of it, right? It's not just working out in the gym. Yes, we have aquatics and, swimming classes, so you can have all of that. But we also have health and wellness programming. So like our Live Strong for cancer survivors, the diabetes prevention programming, nutrition programming, programming for families. So where you can work out together with your children, which is something you typically are not going to get at a regular gym. Family nights. Our members are able to have family nights where we either will have like a game night or a bounce house in the gym, a gym and swim activity for, the children and family to enjoy. One thing I will note that I noticed, and you might have noticed the same thing, is during COVID, we kind of were forced to kind of sit back and spend more time with our families.
Yes.
I really think that was a blessing in COVID, although we were in a pandemic and, we lost a lot of people, had grief and there was loss and it was a struggle. But at the same time, I think families got closer because they were home together or Zooming family members around the world that you hadn't talked to, and, setting up these meetings and making sure that we stayed connected and in touch. And I think COVID gave us that sense of blessing of the family. And what I am seeing now at our YMCAs is families coming together. I've been seeing dads and daughters shooting hoops together in the gym.
Wow.
I've seen whole families, mom, dad, and children coming for family swim, way more than I saw before the pandemic. So to me, I get a little emotional just thinking about it, because the family's transforming. I think it was really this pandemic, this blessing, where people are holding on to their families a little differently.
You're right. And it is emotional. I too get emotional because for a pandemic to bring the families close, it seems really sad, but at the same time, it's like, thank you, because I myself, I had to get creative, and my daughter and I, and my husband, he worked a lot, because he's a mailman, but it still brought all of us closer together. And Diamond was home from school. And so we just got creative. We did movie nights. We did different things. So I agree 100% that, you probably are seeing the families holding on just a little bit tighter. That 20 minutes in the gym, shooting hoops, those are making memories at the same time. So thank you to the Y to be able to do that.
Yep, certainly. I was talking about the things that we offer, and it's really to sum it up, it's a place for families. We have complimentary child watch for all members. So if you have younger children and you want to work out, you still can bring your kids to the Y. There's free personalized fitness program that's included in your membership. So you don't want to, sometimes you go to the gym and you feel intimidated, right?
Right.
Some of those fancy gyms, and you go there, you like looking at all the equipment and you don't know what to do, where to get started. I feel like the Y is that place where you can, start out and get going. We have wellness coaches in all of our facilities, and they're there to do free fitness programming with you. So you get 30 minutes of this is what you should do and this is how you should start, which is not so intimidating when you come into a facility, when you have someone there to support you and help you.
You still have the beautiful pool open, right?
We do. Our pools are open across all of our facilities. And now that the restrictions are lifted, we're being able to open more. And I really think that's a great thing, because unfortunately, I know that the city pools are not going to open this summer. And so, as it gets hot, and it's hot during the summer, people want to get into the pool for swimming or whether it's for exercise. Aqua fitness is amazing for you for weight loss or just for arthritis and things like that. One of the unique things that we have at the William Emsley Y are our aqua bikes. I don't know if you've seen or heard of that, but this is one of the things that I brought.
Didn't know you had that.
Yes, one of the things that I received funding and brought to our William Emsley Y. So we have cycling in the water. So you know how you go to spin class normally?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we have the bikes that go in the shallow end of the water. It's an amazing workout because you have that water resistance.
Right.
And so for those who, it might be too harsh on land to do, you can do the biking in the water. So we have aqua bikes at our location, which we are happy to finally be able to get back to now that, restrictions are lifted and people can come in and work out again.
Amazing. Amazing. Now, as far as the membership, you have one who does not have a family, maybe younger, and they don't have a family. Then you have the mother and father with 4 or 5 children. Are the rates the same, different? How are the rates?
So the rates are different, and they're different depending on which branch you go to. And it's also different depending on the size. So like, for example, a youth membership could start at $11 a month.
Oh, wow.
And even if you're paying the $11 a month as a single youth, if you said, well, I'm having hardship and I cannot afford that, we still offer financial assistance on top of that. And then family memberships, whether if you're a single parent family, then it's going to be less than if you're a 2-parent family. Like I said, the Y really, really tries to, meet the financial needs of our community. So it's not just a one price for everyone.
Beautiful. I know that I had a couple of events there before I actually sat on the board. Are you still renting out for parties or showers or what have you?
Yes. So right now we are not. I'm thinking about in the fall that we'll be able to get back to that. We really wanted to focus on making sure that we're following the health department and state guidelines, that we're bringing members back safely, that people feel comfortable, and that we're focusing on, the cleanliness and all of the, things that we have to follow with the changes in, with COVID. So we haven't brought back party rentals, although I will tell you our phone rings every day for baby showers and all kind of birthday parties.
Bring me, because I send everybody to the I'm sorry, I didn't know. But
it's okay, but we'll probably get back to that in the fall for sure.
Good.
Because people they need that service as well.
Awesome. So now the big campaign that is every year, is that, I don't remember when it is, but it's the big campaign to bring members on, to raise money. Is that coming up soon, or did we miss it?
So 716 Day is a day that you can contribute to the Y. Our annual campaign usually kicks off in the new year, January to April, and we just commence that. But we're always raising funds year round because the need doesn't go away. So there's always an opportunity to give. You can go to the website. I'll say it again. It's ymcabn.org, and you can donate right online, coming into the branch, giving us a call. We do membership campaigns pretty much every month. One thing that COVID got rid of is our join fees. So we are no longer charging any joining fee. It's just the monthly fee. And you can always, it's a lot going on outside. Sorry for that interruption, but you can always terminate your membership at any time. So it's, 30-day notice, and if you're not locked in for a year and, paying fees that you may not be able to afford, or if you're not using it, it's a month-to-month fee for membership.
So if you had one big ask of the community, what would be your biggest ask?
Wow. One big ask of the community for the YMCA.
Yeah.
I think that it can't just be one big community ask, because I think everyone's level of being able to give is different. So I would say support your YMCA in whatever way that you can. And so that might, for one person, look like I can contribute $25. For another person, it might mean I can contribute $25 a month. We certainly are able to sign people up on a continuous giving basis. Like I said, every dollar that someone gives goes right back into the community. And so support your Y in any way that you can. Volunteer, get involved, get on a board, donate, spread the word. Just let people know that the YMCA is here for the community, that we are for healthy living, youth development, and social responsibility, and we are meeting the needs of our community.
Beautiful. So is there anything new coming up with the YMCAs?
Aside from that Y on the Fly and membership, that's pretty much it. Right now, we also have, our youth sports coming back again. With the Buffalo Bills, there's a flag football league that's going on. Most of that information is available on our website. It's really like starting over and starting new. It's like thinking of how we can do things differently. I think that's another thing that I think most people might have realized during the pandemic, is that maybe the old way that we were doing things could be changed. And so how we can be innovative and how we can create new programs and provide new services that help meet the needs of our community. During the pandemic, we did lots of food drives. We had lots of drive-up events. Just recently, we had a drive-up health fair for seniors. So it's just, how do we do things differently? How can we help, and how can we, make a difference? Virtual learning programs are one of the things that we were able to do during the time where, kids were not in school. We were still able to provide that assistance. When kids are at home, it's kind of hard. Are you online? Did you do your schoolwork? Right. So while they were at the Y, we had staff there to help them with their work, making sure that they were getting their work done, and then being able to take a break from screen time and have gym and go outside and, still be supported with staff. So it's a lot, I think, that we are able to provide and continue to provide. So I would just say continue to check in with your local YMCA. And if you're not a member, you should join, because it is something that you can do with your family and enjoy.
Whew. Danielle, I just want to applaud you, because you are the true definition of an amazing woman, doing wonderful things, helping the community. You're doing it with a smile. I know you get tired, but you keep pushing. And for that, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're very welcome. I'd have to thank you too, because you are an amazing woman. You inspire me. And that's the thing. That's how strong women can push through and get things done, because we support each other. And I am so inspired by you and having this talk show and all the work that you continue to do. I mean, you are out there and you are just as busy as I am, but you make it look easy. So thank you so much for having me, and thank you for all that you do as well.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You got me tearing up because, like I said, I know everything that you put into it, and I'm just super proud of you. And thank you for coming on to the show and spending some time with me. I know we didn't scratch the surface, but what we did get out is how important it is to help the Y, to be a part of the Y, to be a member, to donate. As you said, one of the things that you said is every dollar counts. It goes right back in. So nothing is too small. Nothing is too
Sure.
small. So make sure you donate, whether it be the William Emsley, whether it be Delaware, donate to the inner city Y. Help, support, because they have been here for us and will continue to be here for us. So again, thank you so much, Danielle. I appreciate you.
You're very welcome. Have a good evening.
Awesome. Don't go anywhere. Stay on. Even when we go off, I need to talk to you after the show. But listen, guys, I'm so excited to be back. However, you need to always take that time to reset, breathe, and relax. And so that's what I'm going to do for the next 2 weeks. I am going to be on vacation. Last Tuesday, we were off for the holiday, so we just extended it. But the next 2 weeks are actually vacation. And during that time, I'm actually going to be celebrating my anniversary, which is just coming up this Friday. DJ Corey and I will be celebrating 27 years. But I'm just going to just take a breather and come back fresh and ready for you on Tuesday, August the 3rd. And my special guest, I'm so excited. I'm excited about all my guests, but this guest right here holds a special place in my heart. That's because she's my daughter. Yes, I will be interviewing Diamond on Tuesday, August the 3rd, just in time for the students who are getting ready to go back to college. So it'll not only be for the students from her perspective, but it will also be from the parents. Some of you may or may not know that Diamond was the student ambassador for Morgan State University, where she will be a senior starting August the 29th. So she can give you some insight on college, the monies, financial aid, different things like that. So we're going to talk about those things. So make sure you tune in. As we spoke before, I'm not sure if you know or not, but DJ Corey and I will be giving an old school day party. Buffalo's own 45s on the 8. We're finally doing a party that we've been talking about since we came on air back in April of last year. So this day party will take place August the 29th. It's from 3 to 8. Because I'm usually in bed after 9, and tickets are $20. That includes your food and drinks, beer and wine, and we're going to have some specialty punches. So if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, make sure you get it because there are limited tickets. I will be selling, and there will be no tickets at the door. I know a couple of people asked about that. So I just appreciate you all for your support that you give every single week. I can't forget my awesome mug, Aruba. No, I did not go, but my assistant Maureen and her husband and family, they took a family trip just to reset. And they went to Aruba. So everybody knows the cups. So what did they bring me back? A big cup. This is a big cup. Thank you, Maureen, Jason, Ashley, and Jalen for my cup. I love it. As always, you can't make anyone else happy if you're not happy. So make sure you find your happy space and stay there. I'll see you guys August the 3rd. Once again, thank you, Danielle. Make sure you go to the Y. Make sure you look up the YMCA. All the things that are going on. 716 is coming up. So make sure you participate. If you're driving by, drop some cash off if you have it. You will help a child. You would help someone, maybe even help yourself. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. I'll see you next time. Have a good night.